Let there be light, and there was light. Okay, so we are hinging on to the words of the said God. Mother Eve, the Kundalini, pineal gland, waters, that which of course heals us. We are not only 90% of water. Speaking of water, Mother Eve has told me that men are 90% water and women are 100% water. It kind of makes sense. 1 plus 9 equals 10. This is the number for perfect. This is for, of course, as well, when we do the numerical value for the word let, which is the first word Mother Eve utters. So this is saying, for instance, we are the female, hair is of Mother Eve, the waters, the divine feminine. So this is 3, 5, and 2. When we add this together, we have 10. So, okay, I'm not dwelling too long on this, but it also comes to the word perfect. When we do the word perfect, we have 10. Perfect in whatever it is that you want to be perfect or you see as perfect. But we are talking about numbers here. Now, of course, hell is also perfect when we do the numerical value for hell. Let's look at that. Hell. Of course, this is 8, 5, 3, 3. When we add these together, here, this is 6 and 5 is 11. 11 plus 8, of course, is 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. And heaven is also 10, which is perfect. So this is what I mean about the word perfect. We need to really get our words together. We are talking about numbers. Now, talking about numbers, I have done a presentation. I'm doing this third presentation now on the cycle of life and creation. This is what it's called. And you may have the first one, which is AAA. I will really advise, or I would encourage that you, or suggest that you watch that, which is got quite a lot in it, but and perhaps this might help you to understand it even better, because I started with the word harmony. I started with trying to understand. In fact, I was talking about harmony, and I went off into doing something else, because I went with the numerical value of harmony, not quite something else, but I thought it had equal 9. And of course, this is how Mother Eve works, because I had done this mentally in my mind and came up with the number 9. Actually, it's nowhere near 9 as we would talk about 9, but it actually was 4. It equaled 40, so it meant 4. Now, while I am saying that now, of course, it is also 9, because when we do the numerical value for the word 4, it actually equals 6. Or the word 40, which it really does equal 40, the word harmony equals 40. HARMONY. Okay, I don't want to repeat too much of what I have done, because I have quite a lot I want to cover. So this is 10, 20, 32, and 8 is 40. So when we do the numerical value for 40, it became 33. Now that will also help me move on to the point I really want to make as well. But we have seen how 4, the word 4, F-O-U-R, is 6, 6, 3, 9, and that equals 24, which is also 6. Now 6, of course, is 6 also equals, as I say, 4 equals 6 here, and harmony, yes, equals 33. 40, sorry, the word 40, F-O-U-R-T-Y, the word 40, which is 7, 2, 9, 3, 6, 6. Adding this together, this is 3 9s, 27, 2 plus 7 is 9, 3 9s, 27, okay, and plus 6, because we are adding here, so this is 13, this is 33, 3 plus 3 is 6, okay, so we can see that harmony is 4, and it's also 40. in essence, it is really all of that. It's 4 and it's 40. So harmony, this is the thing, harmony is really not just one segment of something. It is really the word that shows us how everything harmonizes. And I believe that we can find the sequence of working with the numbers to show us how they all interrelate in a harmonious and harmonic way. Now that it would create like music, really. So something tells me to just do the numerical value for music, which I did before, but let's do this. 4, 3, 1, 9, and 3. Of course, this is 10 and 6, 16, and 4 is 20. Oh, that's interesting. So this is 10 and 10, 20. So again, well, 20. Now, 20 is 8. I have done this, I have a thing, 20, when we do the numerical value for the word 20, it equals 26. So 2 plus 6 is 8. There we go. So harmony is really like 2 fours together here. We could say 4 and 4, or 8 is heaven and earth, which is all blue and green, like I have done. Each of those equal 4. Okay. Now, harmony is, like we say, what I want to really show here now is the following on the first presentation I did. And I did, of course, the word 40, we've seen that it is 33. It is 33. And then we did the numerical value for the word. Now, I hadn't done that before, but I'm going to do the numerical value for the word 33, and let's see how the magic really happens. This is just so delicious. Stick around. So, THIRTY. Hope you can see this. Perhaps it might make sense to get a darker pen. 33. Okay, let's see how far this is going to take us. So this is 289927. And of course, 3 is 11. We have done this before. We have covered 3 before. And so that, of course, 1 plus 1 is 2. But let's add this together. So this is 20. This is 30. 37. 3 plus 7, 37. Now again, that's the word. 37 actually equals the word perfect. So 30, when I say 30, meaning the word 30 equals 37. So 3 plus 7 is 10. Just as it were if we had did the word perfect, from what I recall. Okay. So adding 37 together, let's do this. 37, of course, adding together is 10. So when we add 10 plus 11 is really 21. 2 plus 1 is 3. That's it. 2 plus 1, 21 is 3. That is the magic number. This is the magic number. So, well, all the numbers have magic in them. But as I say, 3 now equals, this is the very first word Mother Eve utters when she says, let there be light. That is so significant. This is the first word. Not only has it the value of 3 for the first letter, but it also has 3 letters to the word. So that tells us it is really perfect. 3 is really perfect right there, because when we add these together, which is 5, 3, 5, 2, we add these together, we have 10. We get 10, and of course it gives us, there's that first cycle. This is saying that it has all the cycles in there. This is Mother Eve right here. This is the also 3 here, which is Mother Eve, in essence, is here because she is also there. When we use the word 3, we all there, the word there, THERE, is the same word as 3. And Mother Eve is saying, let there be. She knows where there is, here is also whatever is. And let there be light. Okay. And of course, there is the light equals 2 as well, like the word 3. So this tells us right here in this first segment of creation of life cycle that there are 3 sets of cycles, or 3 cycles, or 3 or everything has a 3 energy in it, a 3 element in it, something to do with 3. Now, of course, as I continue to show how 3 is so dynamic, that it is M, it is E, it is E, it is free, and it is W. That's why 3 is a very creative number. It is the 8-petal flower. Now that 8, of course, which is what Mother Eve has been talking about, Mother Eve is telling us that we are ending the 7-year cycle. There's a 7 cycle. So all the cycles are really there. So there's a 1 cycle, of course, but 1 is also 7. We have seen that. There's a 2 cycle. 2 is also, let's do this. Let's see what Mother Eve is showing us with the word let, L-E-T, which is 3, 5, and 2. Okay. Well, we have that here, so we don't need it here. So here, as I said, there are 2 ones here. It's like 2 ones a here. This is, I may not do this for every word or every letter, because for instance, well, we could see the correlation with the E here. Has it got 5 strokes? No, it has 4 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, of course, but we have seen the connection with 4 and 5 is really the same. When we do the numerical values for them in the word form, they both equals 24. Therefore 2 plus 4 is 6. Okay, so we can see how that works out here. But 2 here, we have 2, as I have said, the word there is, it equals 11. So we see 11 is like this. So L is really of 2 strokes that is come together. L is really in numerical value. You could even say it was 2 as well. You could say that it was 2. It's because it's 2 strokes. But when we do the numerical value for how did I do it for 11? When we do the numerical value for 11, actually that gives us 9. But that is, of course, 3 is a 9. So that is showing us that 3, that this L here, okay, let's do this. Let's do it this way. 11, E-L-E-V-E-N. I think I have covered a lot of this before. So this is 3, 5, 4, 5, 5. Where I say where we have all these 5s, Mother Eve is so present here, and she is showing us there are 4 5s in the word 11, which is 20. That is telling us how about, there's the structure right there about the 4 corners of the earth, or the 4 posts to your house, the 4 elements, the 4 seasons. There is a lot happening right there in this segment, which consists of the letter, the formation of the letter itself, which is of 2 strokes, which is 11. In essence, it is 11. Okay. And we see how 11 is repeated in the word there. When Mother Eve says there, there is 11, and light is 11, L-I-G-H-T, light. So we could see in there with the word the first word gives, it sets the path. It sets the path. And in actual fact, the first spell Mother Eve cast in saying, let there be light, and there was light, we have 4 11s there. So there we can see the number 4, as we say. And isn't there a 4 here as well? Okay, so that is, and this is 7. So that gives us 27. 2 plus 7 equals 9. Right. So 9, of course, 9, 11. Okay, here we could see I have done this before. So this is where we see how 9, 11, how people have learned how to make this magic work for good and for bad. So it depends on what you make of it. So the number 11 or the number 9 is it's very dynamic. It's dynamic, really. And of course, if we were to do the number, the word for 9, as in N-I-N-E, that gives us 6. So that takes us back to who we are. It's really like turning ourselves inside out. There's a cycle. So I would call this number the number of manifestation. Okay. Now, what I really want to show here as well is that 33. So I had done the word for 33. We found out that 33 is really free. That's what we are saying. And of course, it is the word that freedom. This is what number 3 is helping us to discover. This is what we want to do. We want to find ourselves. This is 5, 5. Again, Mother Eve is here. 4, 6, 4. All right. So this is 10, 20, 30, 9. 3 plus 9 is 12. Of course, 12 hours of the day, 12, the 12 zodiac signs, the 12 months of the year, and 12 and so on. So there we have 12. Of course, the reverse to 12 is 21. 21 is that which is blood, like Christ said, or 21 which is bread. 21 is woman, and 21 we know. This is why it is 21 days. It's not by chance that it takes 21 days to form a habit. It's not by chance. All these things are very much the same. So 12 in essence, working it, the mirror side of 12 is setting you into that freedom. So freedom, 12, if you work on a habit, cultivating a habit for with the number 12, or knowing how it works, or 21 will give you that freedom, which is 12, the number 3. This is what we are talking about, the number 3. And that's the number we want. That's why it is the number, the most creative number, we could say. Of course, 3 is the M, the 3. This is the 8-petal flower. Again, that's the 8 number that Mother Eve wants us to get to. Mother Eve is telling us to come home. She wants to teach us how to form this 8-petal flower. This 8-petal flower is of ourselves. What are we taking into this new dimension when the 15th of May, which is my birthday, 15 of the 5, which is 2018. Let me see what number this is coming in numerical value. But we see at the end is 18. There's a 9 happening right there. So, of course, we are on a 2-year. This is 5 and this is 6. So, adding these together, this is really phenomenal here. 7 plus 6 is 13. Wow. This is 13. This is why people are saying that 13 is the number of God. But here's the other magic that we need to also understand. Again, these are things that have been going around to distort our thinking and our way of understanding all the numbers. So we'll be going around looking for 13, whereas 13 is 4. In essence, 13 is 4. Of course, 4 is also 6. 4 is 6. When we do the numerical value for the word 4, which equals 24, 2 plus 4 equals 6. We have done this. Now, there is the other thing that we need to see. When we do the numerical value for the word 6, again, here we are, 1, 9, 6. Adding this together, that gives us 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. So 16 is 7. Of course, 7, I have done this before, S-E-V-E-N. When we do the numerical value for 7, it gives us 20. So that is 2. Now, isn't that what happens? 2 is actually 4. Because when we do the numerical value for the word 2, it gives us 5, 6, 2. There, let's add this up. This is 7 and 6 is 13 right here. Right here. So basically, we are not looking at 2 as powerful as 13 as we ought to. 13 is that which we have to get that harmonic understanding to understand to bring into forming ourselves with this 8-petal flower. Now, what you will say, well, what is the 8 having to do with the 13, for instance? Of course, when we do the numerical value for the word 8, it equals 31. 1 plus 3, it's the reverse or the mirror image. There we are, EIGHT, which is 5, 9, 7, 8, 2. So there we have 10, 26, 31. 3 plus 1. So 3 plus 1, now that coincides right here. So 2, in actual fact, is showing us that it's really one and the same with 8. 2 4s are 8. So we could see here on the 8-petal flower, if we halved it, that would be 2. That's 2 here. 2 halves. 2 4s. 8 right here. So this is 2. Now, so basically I wanted to, well, I have shown the magic of 3, because 3 is really that which we started with the word here, let. So now we have seen how Mother Eve has showed us her magic in this first word and first letter. Just in this letter here, which is like 11, but which is also 2. As we see, and as I did this in doing the word for 3 to show that they one and the same as well, THREE, just ensuring that I cover that, is 5, 5, 9, 8, 2. Adding this together is 29. 2 plus 9 is 11. These are 2 strokes here. In actual fact, we see it's 2 strokes, but it has come to 3 here. So it is 3, it is 2. It is 3, it is 2. Right here. So I hope you have enjoyed this, because for me this is really like liberating, because what it is that particularly we have bought into the idea of what we could that here we should say really less is more. This is where we really should say less is more, because what we have been taught to be more is really not that at all. That is why it is always said that a successful person or someone could lose a millionaire could lose £1 million, and he would know how to get that back, or to make it over again or many times over, because his perception is not having 9 is being more than 2. He is programmed on a different frequency. He is programmed on the function of what it takes to acquire, not just acquiring, oh well, it is 9 or it is 7 or it is whatever it is. Now, I also wanted to show how 9 is really the number. So we have seen how 3 has really made its presence felt, that we cannot really interfere with it anymore. So let's leave this here and let's say, let there be light, because Mother Eve is really bright right now. Okay, and spill over with love. Namaste.